Hello everyone, it's Cirque and welcome back to our 12 Days of Yulemas Advent Calendar unboxing. Today we'll be looking at the Pink Witch Advent Calendar from the Pink Witch on Etsy. And it came all the way from the UK, so as you can see it's a little beat up, but hopefully that won't affect any of the items on the inside. So opening it up, on our first flap, we have the name of the advent calendar as well as the name of the person who created it. So if you like any of the items in this box, feel free to check out the Pink Witch on Etsy. And they say, "Thank you, Finley, for your purchase." That's nice. They personalize each box to make their customers feel good. And just because I think there is a coupon code in here somewhere, I'm going to cover up until I can check. Oh, no, this side is just a warning to make sure that you know to keep anything flammable away from children and pets and away from curtains, and you can't see it anyway, but it says that there might be herbs in here or candles, so just to be careful and keep an eye on those when you're using them. Okay, yeah. This one has the coupon code on it, but if you can see that, I'm not sure. It's hard for me to see on my camera what you can see and what you can't. But here's the Pink Witch's Etsy page at the Pink Witch Gems, their TikTok page, and their Instagram, so you can check them out. And I'll have to find a better way to cover that up as I'm doing this in the coming days. And that flap is empty. And I believe that's just shipping information, so you don't need to see that. But overall, it looks like my advent calendar turned out pretty well. Some of the items look a little bent up, so hopefully those aren't broken. And they're a little bit mixed up, so it might also take a little bit of digging to see what I got, but I'm sure it'll be fun. So we have a mixture of trees and silver and gold paper, candy canes, and some different shaped items. And it's all protected with some packing peanuts. I'm not sure what kind of packing peanuts these are, but they're very crunchy. They'll be fun to play with. And it smells beautiful, so I'm sure there's something scented in here, like incense. So I'm very excited to see what that is, and I can't wait to see what kind of witchy items I get to use in my craft. So let's move on to the first day. Day one from the Pink Witch is this smaller package with candy canes on it. It has a bit of a smaller, irregularly shaped item inside. So let's just tear in. And we got... Oh, that's nice. All right. It looks like a little bracelet with some stones. So let's open the organza bag. And I'm not sure, but I think this might be a bracelet meant for balancing chakras. I'm not really someone that works with chakras or really knows much about them, but the stones are definitely beautiful and the bracelet is nice. So regardless of whether I use it in my craft or just use it as a nice accessory, I'll definitely enjoy wearing this. So for day two, it's this flat package that has some golden trees on it, although they're a bit upside down compared to the number, but we're going to rip into it anyway, so I guess that doesn't matter much. Alright, so we have some protection herbs. Alright, so this is hand-blended loose incense for protection, and it includes bay leaf, cloves, lavender, rosemary, thyme, oregano, and sage. So that smells like a very earthy, spicy tone. I've never used loose incense before, so I'll have to find a nice bowl to use that in. but I'm sure it'll smell wonderful. If nothing else, it'll smell like I'm cooking something up in my room. And hopefully this will protect me from any negative energy that's around me. Day 3 is in this oblong package with the gold wrapping. And, oh, it's a little difficult to open. It's very taped up on the end. And we got... I'll have to look this up. Charcoal for hookah. I'm not sure what this is. I'll have to look it up. I mean, usually hookah is a drug thing, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to use this, but hopefully it's not what I'm thinking it is. So after doing a bit of research, I have found that this style of charcoal with the well in the middle is often used in witchcraft for burning things like resin or like the loose incense that we got yesterday. So this is actually intended for use with our day 2 gift rather than its use by the manufacturer, which I'm not going to go into. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But let's move on to day 4 since we've cleared up that mystery. Day 4 is this round object. I'm going to guess a candle probably, and it's in this gold wrapping. And it had a bit of a packing peanut stuck to it when I pulled it out, but I didn't want to risk accidentally opening the paper before I officially revealed the inside. So we're going to take the peanut off now. And inside, oh, we have a beautiful handmade candle. A bit misshapen, but it adds to its charm. And I'm not sure what it is. It's orange and it has some plants on the inside and a white middle that evokes maybe some cream. So maybe we're getting a holiday drink today. It smells sort of fruity. So I'm not 100% sure what flavor this is, but it is beautiful. Maybe it's more of a pie rather than a drink scent. But either way, it will definitely make a wonderful addition to my altar. And I'm sure it'll smell just beautiful when it's burned. So it's later in day 4, and I just wanted to give a little update on the candle I received today. I burned it for a little bit to see if I could get a better sense of the smell, and it has an orangey scent, but I also realized that if I had flipped it over, I would have realized that it's labeled as a happiness spell candle, which, interesting story, while I was burning it, before I even found out about the label, it actually did make me feel very happy. So I don't know if that's just the power of nice scents or if the magic is just that powerful, but definitely go to the Pink Witch's shop and check this candle out because I can give a good testimony that it works wonderfully. So while I was editing, I realized I must have lost the footage for day 5. I don't have it on my phone. I don't have it on my flash drive. So I went through all of the items and I'm pretty sure this is what it is. I didn't see in the footage I actually have on my computer this spell, and I know that for a fact this one's from the Pink Witch. So day 5 was a money spell, or a money spell jar to attract abundance. I don't know what that last word is. Money spell jar. Yeah, I don't know what the last word is, but yeah, so it's a spell jar, and it looks like it has a green candle, some flakes of it, rose quartz in it. Oh, right. It has incense, herbs, ginger, nutmeg, peppermint, basil, chamomile, and bay leaf. And you use it by cleansing the jar, adding the herbs, and sealing the jar. And then you put your intentions into it and shake it every month to reactivate it. And then you just carry that around in your pocket, and it's supposed to help bring money to you. I don't usually do money spells, which is partially why I fortunately still had this still wrapped up in its bag to refilm. So now that I have that footage, back to the unboxings on the day that they happened. Our gift for day 6 is in this tall, long silver paper bag. And this is one of the ones that I was a bit worried might have been broken in transport since it's bent up. But given the shape of the packaging, I'm both guessing and hoping that it is incense, since that will hopefully mean that the bent part was only cardboard, which looks to be correct. And also, even if something did break, I mean, incense can still be used. Oh, all right. So I was wrong. It is not incense, but it is a incense burner. It's purple with this star shape. I don't really know how to describe it. I know there is words for that, but I forget what they are. It's a star-shaped flower. And this is perfect for burning stick incense, which is what we got yesterday in this package, if I remember correctly. So this will definitely be useful. I do already have a incense burner, but it's not made for long, thin incense. It's more made for cones. So this will definitely be helpful to not get incense dust all over my room when I burn the longer ones. For day 7, we have another one of these long cylindrical packages, so most likely another set of incense. Let's see what flavor we got this time. Oh. Alright, it looks like today we got one called Spirit Guide. Fragrantly scented frangipani is wafted on the breeze and mingles with the surface as she waits. So I'm assuming that this is an incense that is meant to help you get in touch with the spirit world and any spirits or other beings that might be helping you. But hopefully it also smells beautiful, and we will see. Our 8th gift is a bit of an interesting shape. It has a bit of a handle, and I can feel a cap on it. So maybe this is a mason jar candle, or something in a jar at least. Let's just see if we can rip through this nice packaging. Oh, alright. So it's actually full moon bath. I'm not sure if that's soap. It looks kind of like soot, but I'm not sure what soot is. And it contains milk powder, Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, lavender, marigold, lavender essence, oils, peppermint, and essential oils. So this is probably a nice little, oh shoot, this is probably a nice little spell, what's it called, bath salt. So maybe next full moon I will try this out and see how it makes me feel. Or maybe it's just a fun bath salt that with a witchy theme to make your bath smell nice. Either way, I am very excited to try it out. For day 9, we have this tall present wrapped with what are they called? Candy cane print paper. And from the shape, I'm pretty sure it's a candle, but I don't know what color or if there's an intended spell that goes with it or anything like that. Oh, it's very thick today. It's going to take a little bit extra time to get it unwrapped. Alright, it looks like a white candle. So that's very useful for purification and the like. Yep, we have a nice big fat tower candle. And that will go on my altar right near the middle in case I ever need it. Day 10 is this big flat gift with some metallic trees on it. And inside it kind of feels like an old CD case, but I doubt that's what it is. Oh, maybe it is a CD. Oh, okay, no, it is not a CD. It looks like either a pendulum mat or maybe a circular tarot mat. I don't have any information on it, and there isn't any labels, but okay, yes, the middle looks like a pendulum mat, and then it also has the days of the week and the letters on it. So if you have a pendulum that you have been working with for a while, which I have a pendulum, but I haven't worked with it very much yet, so I'll need to get a little bit more practice in before I'm comfortable using this more complicated mat arrangement. But I'm sure you could use this for a lot of very interesting conversations with the spirits or your gods, since it's a little more in-depth than most pendulum mats. It, like I said at the beginning, it has a bit more of a Ouija board type of arrangement to it, and it also is a lot more exact, so it would make it a lot easier to talk to the spirits since you're not limited to yes or no questions. I had a little bit of trouble finding day 11. As you can see, the stickers are a little wonky. I think that the one might have peeled off and it got stuck to another present, so I actually had to take all of the gifts out and line them up by which day they go with it before I could find it. So hopefully this is the right one for 11, and even if it's not, well, there's 24 gifts, so we'll open them all eventually. And it's a little bit of a small gift, so that also made it a little difficult. And inside, ooh. Oh, alright. So it looks like we got a pendulum today. It's black, and it has a plain cord. I apologize, I'm a little tired right now. So this will go with the mat we got yesterday. And yeah. I don't do a lot of pendulum work, but I am interested in it. I have another pendulum that I bought somewhere else, so I am very excited to use this one. It's very nice. I love the color black, so this will be a very nice pendulum to add to my altar. Day 12 was another small gift. It feels very dense, and the stickers held on a little bit better this time, although it does look like the 2 is trying to escape. And let's see if I can get through the paper. Oh, it's very layered. Makes it hard to open on camera sometimes. One second. Oh, it's very well protective, I can say that much. So a little bit more. Ooh. Alright, now I can see why it was so well protected. We've got some essential oil. I'm trying to see if it says the flavor. It's from SP Naturals. Oh, please keep this product away from animals and pets, not for consumption. Used only with the carrier oils, essential oils for external use. Oh, okay. The flavor's on the lid. So we have some frankincense essential oil. I don't have a frankincense essential oil yet, although I believe I do have a frankincense box of incense sticks. So I can use this in my oil diffuser and make my room smell like frankincense. And that is a very Christmassy scent, you can say that much. I'm not 100% sure what frankincense smells like off of memory. I can smell a little bit of difference between different incense, but usually not enough to be able to recognize it. Ooh, okay, that is a strong smell, but a good strong smell. All I can say is it smells kind of planty, maybe. I mean, I guess that would make sense with essential oils. I'm not 100% sure how to describe it otherwise, but this is a very thick glass bottle, so I can see why it was wrapped up so nicely, and I can't wait to diffuse this. A13 is kind of small and rectangular, but it's a bit lumpy on the back, so that's exciting. What do we have inside? Ooh. It looks like we have a protection amulet, or necklace at least, and it's supposed to protect from negative energy. It has Himalayan salt, black peppercorn, oregano, rosemary, thyme, bay leaf, and it's sealed with black wax. And to activate it, all I need to do is hold it and set my intentions, and I have to shake it every month to reactivate it. So that's exciting. I'm not sure if I'll wear it all the time, but I'll definitely wear it when I feel like I need it. Day 14 is this kind of thick package. It has 3 definite shapes in it. They kind of feel like thick batteries, although I highly doubt that's what they actually are. So let's rip in and see what they really are. Alright, so we have 3 little jars of herbs today. We have lemongrass, sage, and mullein. And I've definitely seen sage and lemongrass in spells, so those I can definitely get some use out of. I'm not 100% sure what mullein is, but I'm sure it's very useful if they included it in this advent calendar, and this will look great on my altar. Day 15 is a pretty thick little package. It feels like there's multiple items in here, but I can't really get a good read on what any individuals are, so we'll just have to rip in and see what we've got. Ooh, looks like some little mini candles. Right? Yeah, so we have some little tea light candles. It looks like they're in a variety of oranges and reds. They have a nice scent. A little bit more fall than Christmas, but they're definitely very useful. Day 16 is a bit larger than some of the other gifts we've gotten, and I got a whiff of kind of an incensey smell when I picked it up. Well, I'm not sure if that's from this gift or if it got picked up from one of the other gifts in the box, since, as we know, we did get a few incense and incense-related items in there. But let's see. Alright, and we have a bundle that has rosemary, lavender, and thyme. It's a smudge stick for, I guess, purifying your area. I'm not really big on smudge sticks, just because I'm not 100% sure how they fall in the appropriative, not inappropriative spectrum, but I mean, I guess you can call it by a different name, and as long as you're not actively appropriating other cultures, it works just as well. So I will keep this, and when I get my own house, I will likely use it to purify the home so that we can welcome in the good spirits and keep out the bad. And I assume that this does, it has a bit of a an herby smell, not exactly incense as I mentioned, but I could have probably gotten an incensey smell from this. And I will keep this in my witch's supplies for later. Our 17th gift is a smaller one, but it's very dense. Ooh, I think I can guess what it is. Very exciting. Has a cap on it. Okay, it looks like a spell jar, perhaps. I thought it was maybe some essential oils, but this is exciting. Ooh, it's black salt. Very useful. For any witches out there, I'm sure you can think of the things that black salt can be used for. So this will be a spell box staple for me once I start doing some spell work. Day 18 shape doesn't really leave much mystery to it. It's pretty obviously a candle of some sort, but I love candles. Okay, it's a white candle. Ooh, mystery mushroom crystal candle. Alright, so I can see some objects in the bottom, so it looks like maybe when I burn this, there will be some crystals in the bottom for me to find, so that's very exciting. Doesn't really have much of a scent, but that's not that bad, so very exciting. Can't wait to burn this. Day 19 had another peanut on it, and I ripped it a little bit when I was trying to check the number. So I already know it's a candle, but let's take a better look. Ooh, it's a nice blue candle. Has some leaves in it and some other herbs. See if I can smell anything. It's a nice clean scent. I'm not sure what this candle's meant for, if it's just meant to smell nice and look nice during rituals. Unlike the last one, this one isn't labeled, and I don't think it came off in the packaging. So I might go on the Pink Witch's Etsy page and see if I can find any candles that look like this. But otherwise, I'll probably just use it for ambiance. Day 20 is another kind of small package. Kind of stuff feels like there's 3 things in it. I'm going to guess more jars of herbs, but of course we won't know for sure until we rip in. Alright, I was right. We got more herbs. And this time we got fennel. Ooh, we got some rose petals. And on the end we have some basil. So that's nice. I'll put those with the other jars that we got. And I'll keep that in my box of witchy supplies for if I ever need those for a spell. Day 21 looks like it might be some incense, but of course we won't know until we tear in. If I can find a place to grab. Ooh. Alright. Ooh, it's plant-based jasmine. That's very nice. I've never seen plant-based incense before, so that'll be fun to burn. Day 22 is 2 long, thin objects, it seems. Maybe some mini tapers, or I don't know. We'll have to see. Ooh. Alright, I was right. We got 2 mini tapers. We got a white one and a black one, so that's very useful for witchcraft, depending on what kind of energy you need to use. I'm very excited about day 23. It feels like it might be another spell jar. It kind of made noise when I was getting it out of the box, and I can feel a card in here, so whatever it is, it comes with an explanation, so that's useful. Ooh. Alright, so it is a spell jar. It is for deep sleep and nightmare protection. So, to activate it, I hold it in my hand and set my intentions, and then every night I have to shake it to reactivate it. And I can store it on my altar or in a work area, or just carry it with me to have it work its magic. And it includes sage, cinnamon, lavender, rose petals, pink peppercorns, and amethyst, and it's sealed with purple wax. So that's nice. It's very pretty, so it's useful, and it looks nice. I'm very happy with this. This is definitely something that I will look into possibly getting more of. Not obviously this exact one, but spell jars like this if the Pink Witch sells them. And you should too, because this looks like a very nice, very useful jar. And finally, for day 24, we have this kind of small package. It's a little lumpy. I can feel some things moving around in it, but fun things come in small packages sometimes. So let's see what we got. Oh, all right. So we have a little burlap sack, or I'm not sure if it's burlap, but we have a little sack. And let's see, there's a card, and oh, we got an obsidian skull and a labradorite tumbled gem. Those are very nice. Those look beautiful on my altar. I'm not sure if these shaped gemstones are supposed to be used for anything special or just decoration, but I don't think I have a labradorite yet, so that's exciting. I have one now in case I ever need it. And that wraps up our advent calendar from the Pink Witch on Etsy. I don't know if her URL was on anything, but yeah, I don't see her URL on anything, so I'm not sure how to show you it without looking for the box that they came in, but just look up the Pink Witch on, I think it's the Pink Witch Gems with a Z, if I remember correctly, and some of these items you'll be able to buy from her. I know that she has these spell candles all year round, and look her up for next year if you're a witch and you need some witchy supplies, whether you're well established or whether you're a new witch or you're somewhere in the middle like I am. You'll definitely get lots of good supplies, lots of pre-made spells, and lots of spell components you can use. Honestly, if not my favorite, this is at least one of my favorite advent calendars that I got this year. So even though I think it is a little higher on the price range compared to some of the other calendars I got, this is definitely very high on my list for ones to get again next year. I just love so many things in here. While I was setting up for this outro, I just kept pulling things out of my box that I loved. I couldn't decide where to stop. I honestly thought this would look fuller than it is, just because there were so many amazing things that we got in this calendar. And I'm not sure what else to say about it, but I mean, they're all very high quality. You get a lot of variety. You'll definitely finish out the month having a well-stocked altar or component storage. But I guess we'll close off now. So I wish you a happy day, a happy holiday, and I hope to see you again soon.